Let's look at how to determine distances in a coordinate plane. We're going to start actually with a brief review of how to determine it on a number line. And then we're going to apply this to circles, our newest topic, and circles in the coordinate plane specifically. So just along a number line. So I've got it on a plane here, but let's just imagine we've got 2 points along a number line, just way back to thinking about numbers on a number line. And we want to find the distance between those numbers on a number line. What you can see here is that I've got this point at 2, I've got this point at 5, so the numbers 2 and 5. What's the distance between those on the number line? We can see it's telling us that that's equal to 3. If we change that over to 7, it's going to be 5. The distance between 2 and 6 is 4. Notice if I change the order, it doesn't matter. Still, it doesn't matter that A going from A to B is going left. The distance is supposed to be a positive number. That's 1. Ooh, we're getting into negatives. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. What's the formula for this? It has to do with how different the numbers are. Well, difference, that's subtraction. And the distance is just going to be, we're going to take the number A and the number B, we're going to subtract those. Let's put that in math mode. Okay. But we should never report it to be negative. We should not worry about if A is less than B or B is less than A. So we're going to take the absolute value. So that's an important thing, is the distance between two numbers in a number line is the absolute value of the distance, the difference between those numbers. Okay. Now what about 2 points in the plane? Let me set that up. So now we have 2 points in the plane. So I've got this example where one of the points is 2, 2, and the other is 6, 5. And we want this distance between them, the straight line diagonal distance between them. The key is that if we're in coordinates, if we're on the coordinate plane, we want to take advantage of all these horizontal and vertical grid lines that link to the coordinates. So we draw a right triangle here, perfectly horizontal, perfectly vertical lines, and we use Pythagoras. That's what you want to think of as the distance formula. It's really just Pythagoras. It was introduced in the book way before Pythagoras, which is kind of weird. It really depends on Pythagoras for the truth of this formula. And so for this particular example, we're going to get the distance, let's say D. So what are we going to do? We're going to look at how different they are. We're going to look at this this horizontal line going parallel to the x-axis. The length of this, all that's changing for this line is the x-coordinate. The y-coordinate isn't changing. It's as if we're on our own number line and we're just looking at the numbers 2 and 6. And so we're going to take that absolute value of 6 minus 2. Okay, that is going to be one leg of the triangle, and we're going to square that. We're going to simplify this in a second in a very crucial way. Okay. D squared, sorry, and we'll square root the thing in a minute. So Pythagoras, we've got the 4 here, which is really coming from 6 minus 2. That's going to get squared. Then we're going to look at this vertical segment. That is moving purely in y, and so the 6's don't matter. What matters is that the difference between the 5 and the 2, just the difference of the heights. That's absolute value of 5 minus 2 squared. Now, right away, I just want to point out that even though the absolute value was really important in this case, it's not that important here. So the absolute values here were important there, but when you square a number, that's going to make it positive anyway. And so we really don't need the absolute values. So people don't write those. They don't hurt you if you write them, but you don't need them. Okay, and so the D is going to be the square root of all this stuff. In this case, that's pretty nice. That's 4 squared plus 3 squared. Hey, that's Pythagorean triple. That's equal to 5. So this straight line distance is going to be 5. In general, what we get is you take the difference in the x values squared plus the difference in the y values squared and square root to get the distance. And in the next video, we'll use that for circles.